Right. We are kicking off the bonus session in the Powerhouse Wealth Keys Challenge. I'm just watching a little live stream. Yesterday I didn't do let me see, I didn't do the day 3 number. So yesterday was day 3, but I wasn't live on Facebook. I was live on Zoom and streamed, well, and uploaded it to Facebook. So hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the bonus session of the Powerhouse Wealth Keys. We've been discussing keys to gain you prosperity and wealth. We started this journey, this 3-day journey with exploring what those keys were. We started with some mindsets. We started with some questions. I asked you some questions about how you viewed money. We talked about spending, and then I uncovered the key of tithing slash giving slash generosity. I said yesterday that there were keys within keys within keys, right? And then on day 2, we talked about, okay, we got people coming in. You know what? Maybe before I do too much recapping, I should kind of warm up and just check in with everybody. I just like dived right in. So I might what can you do? Rewind, right? Rewind. So I'm so glad you're here. And I'm just super excited that technology is in my favor. We even talked about favors. So I'm receiving the favor right now because everything is working for your good and my good. So if it's working for your good, it's definitely going to be working for my good. So glad you're here. And I started before you jumped on, Christine. I was sharing the recap really quickly about the foundational mindset about wealth and how we viewed money, how we spend money, how we viewed wealth in general, how it's not just money. And we talked about some of those ways that we handle those wealth tools, whether it's our health, whether it's our finances, whether it's our family, because we had another lady say that she, stewards her children, and that gets us to that key number 2, which has to do with stewardship slash management slash what stewardship management. Now I'm having a mental fart. Excuse the expression. So, well, I'll just leave it with the 2, but I know it's 3 and it'll come to me because I'm going noteless right now. Do you remember what it is? Anyone remember what it is? I said stewardship, management, and what was the third key within the key of stewardship? I might have to go to my notes if I don't have, oh, you're in Iowa. Yes, 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 yes. And I said the keys within the keys. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. This one, oh, no, tithing. I did that one. I said tithing was tithing, giving, and generosity. So I was saying the key within the key. And then the second key is stewardship. And stewardship is also known as management. And it's another, now I'm looking at my own notes to see if you have it in the chat. Let's see if someone can bail me out. Bail me out. Legacy. Thank you. Thank you. Legacy. Legacy is part of that stewardship. And then the third one had to do with ownership, right? And ownership, I said, was dominion, dominion, right? And then the third part was territory. We're taking territory. So we got the 3 within the 3. Yay. So I did my homework in my mind. Thank you for your support because even though I have it written, I didn't have it right in front of me. And now we have it all. So those are the 3 keys that were revealed. And we talked a little bit more about all of the different things that fall into the different umbrellas on how you build wealth. Can anyone remember those 3 big wealth building, muscle building components? And do I need to give hints or do you know number 1? I'm going to call number 1 real estate. I'm going to call number one real estate because I'm in real estate and I'm kind of biased like that. So, real estate is one of the three largest wealth building keys. Yes, you got the second one, Christine. Paper assets is the second one. Wow, and you got the third one. Wow, you are on it. You are you are doing your homework. You are doing your homework. So you have those three major wealth building assets, which we'll just say it again. It is real estate, it is paper assets, and it is ding 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 business. And I believe each and every one of us in the group, I'm going to just do a large opening for gallery for just a moment. Anyone on the Zoom can think of another wealth building tool that is not part of the major three, because I think those three kind of covers everything, but I'm open to possibilities that there may be some other wealth building tool out there that I don't know about. So I'm going to be open. Anyone want to share another wealth building tool that maybe you stumbled upon, maybe was given to you? Another wealth building tool. I'm going to give you one. Even though it's not in those three major things, I'm going to give you a key, and it's called inheritance. Inheritance, right? We kind of danced around that with the gentleman who's going to adopt his gardener, but inheritance. I mean, wouldn't it be great to receive an inheritance for the wealth that you want to have in life, and you don't have to go out and create it, you don't have to work for it, it's basically given to you. So inheritance, that one is fire. That is another key. So today I said I wanted to share what comes next. So I want to talk about that right now and give those of you an opportunity who would like to be a part of it to join me in the next steps. And those who um, just want to know what is going on and finish the challenge, I'm great with that as well. So I'm going to share my screen. I have to make sure I have the right. I have several PowerPoints pulled up, so I want to make sure I do the right one. So I'll close that one out and make sure I have that one. Okay, here we go. Oops, I almost ended the Zoom. I almost touched the wrong button. Okay, here we go. That would have been pretty bad. So here we go. Let me go up to the top and open slide from the beginning. There we go. I have been your host for the Wealth Keys workshop. Excuse me, I'm thinking ahead. Uh-oh, where'd this come from? Do you guys see the same thing I see on my screen? I just got bombed with the picture. I'm not quite sure. Do you see? Here we go. Something just jumped on the screen. It was Zoom. Zoom has this new feature, which was why I wasn't able to get on. If any of you, just a little note for you, if any of you are zooming into Facebook and you previously had your group set up with your Zoom link, they've upgraded it. So there's a new Zoom icon. And when I went to look in Facebook, even though I had live stream before, it went away. So I had to add it again and then restart my computer. So that's just a little note for some of you. As this technology changes, we changed. Oh man, I don't know why my slides just did this, guys. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop sharing because I just went through my whole slideshow and that wasn't the plan. I think I hit slideshow and it just so let me start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning and then I don't want to do a share yet because oh Lord have mercy. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Okay. How do I close this? I hope you guys aren't seeing all of this. We still love you. Thank you. Let's see. I want to end show. Here we go. End show. Now find Zoom. Loving this technology. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to open. I'm not sharing, right? I'm not sharing. Okay. At least it doesn't look like I'm sharing. Okay, I'm just going to make our screen bigger so I can see. Oh, I should have hit slideshow. I should have hit from current slide. Okay, there we go. So here we go, finding you again. And I'm glad you guys love me. This makes it a lot easier because this can be a little, just a little. I know Christine's used to speaking to hundreds of people and thousands of people. So even though it's going to be replayed and other people will watch, I still would like, things to be a little decent. So here we go. Here we go. Slideshow coming right up to wealth keys. There we go. I have the right one shared. Yay. Let me get out a slideshow and do current slide. Current slide. There we go. Okay. Are you seeing me holding my hand over my heart? Okay. That's it.
Yes.
And so, what's next? There's a next step. Anytime there's a challenge, there's a next step where you can go further. And in a challenge, the transition is the actual practical application. So, there's a practical application to all these keys. It doesn't make sense to have a key. I have a little peace key right here. It says peace on it. So, with this, it's a rock and a keychain. A friend of mine gave me key right here. This key, I don't know what it goes to. So if you have a key and you don't know what it goes to, it's really useless. So what I'd like to do for each and every one of you is to take the keys that we've learned and take you on a practical wealth building plan so that customized for you because we all have different facets that we are, goals that we are I was going to say striving to, but we don't want to strive, that we are aspiring to. We have goals that we are aspiring to. So, with those goals, we want to have keys to be able to the door, unlock the door to wealth, unlock the door to ownership, unlock the door to stewardship, unlock the door to, legacy, unlock the door to territory, dominion, all of those things. We want all those keys. I know I do. Anybody want, some keys to unlock those doors? Yes, yes. Those are the keys we want. So I'm going to make sure I slide this the right way because there's only a few slides. Let's see the next one. Looks like I did it up a little too high. So, Wealth Keys workshop includes two 90-minute trainings on Zoom, and that is going to be just for the people that sign up. It'll be on Zoom. You'll be part of the community and the Facebook group. And then I am planning on running a whole year with monthly expert training because I think in order to solidify what you've learned, you need refreshers. I know I do. Refresh, renew, and then accountability, all of that within the community. And so each month I have different experts that will come in, whether it's in taxes or whether it's in trust real estate trusts, whether it's in deeds, whether it's in inheritance, whether it's in insurance, all of those facets that I will be bringing those in every month. And so it'll just be 1 month. And then during that month, it'll be a 60 to 90 minute. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on my expert's availability, but it'll be at least an hour of expert training each and every month. My plan is to do that on Wednesdays because Wednesdays are the days that I post in my business group. So I was thinking to carry that along. So that'll be monthly expert training. And then you'll have access to this challenge replay as well as the workshop replays. So when you do the workshop, if you're not able to meet that time, you can go back and revisit the workshop as well as those expert trainings, those monthly trainings. So if it's a training that you want to see, you'll be able to see that again on a replay. And then I've added a 60-minute private planning session. So, what that means is you'll have a private planning session customized for you. So, I'll have a survey that you'll complete And then I'll be able to know exactly who and who I need to address in what category. It'll be specifically for you. I happen to be a real estate expert. I happen to have a lot of experience in some other fields. So if I don't have that skill set, then I'll definitely get someone else to be partner with me on a call so that we can help you in that private planning session. Okay, and then you'll get a Powerhouse Entrepreneurs Playbook, which this is going out for pretty much everyone. You'll get the playbook, and then you'll get the workbook that goes with that. I didn't put that on there. I'm working, almost completed the workbook that goes along with playbook. And then there is a Wealth Keys workbook. So for this particular challenge, there is a workbook that goes over what we did during these 3 days. So the value is $9.95, but that is not the cost for you because I have run these workshops before and I have charged 995 and I've had people come to them and receive maximum value, but I did not give as much as I'm giving in this particular one. I thought I would just stack it because it's toward the end of the year and I just want to be generous, right? I want to be a giver. So that was the intent behind it. Um, let's see what the next one is. Next slide. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay, I'll get this right. Now there's bonuses. Anytime there is an offer, there are typically bonuses. And with the bonuses, I guess I kind of jumped ahead on the actual book. I said that on the last one, but it was the workbook. So you get the book. You also will receive legacy workshop recordings. I said I've done this before in workshops. It's a legacy workshop, and I have those recordings. I actually had a tax attorney come in and speak. I had a title representative come in and speak, and they gave different ways that you can create LLCs, trusts, and how to protect your assets. So that one's really good. That's why I saved that recording. I've also done sales challenge training. So if you want to kick up your whatever it is you're selling, if you want to kick that up a notch, I have a 30-day sales challenge training. I actually did a sales challenge, a sales intensive, and then sales challenge, sales intensive, and then I did, can't remember if it was a workshop I did or just a YouTube, a YouTube 30 day where I was just giving nuggets. And then within that legacy workshop, there are deeds, entities, and more in that session. So that one is a very powerful session. So you'll get that. It also has information on insurance types and wills. And since this, I've actually received some training in insurance licensing. I'm almost licensed, so I've taken all the curriculum and the practical tests. I just need to go out and take my test. So that's another skill set that I'll be able to help you with in the bonuses. And that's pretty much it. Now, that's the value, but here's the good thing. I already gave a fast action bonus, which was already taken, and that was $95. So that time has passed, the challenge has passed. What I've decided to do for those of you who would be interested is to charge you $295. That's basically $300 for an entire year. I'll go back to what I was offering so we make sense. That's the bonuses. And so the value that I've already used, provided for others was basically just the workshop. And I think I gave two bonuses, which was a DNA ancestry kit because I was doing a legacy challenge. And I did DNA ancestry and I did the tax deed, like trust, showing people how to create trust. So I did that. And that was it. I didn't have, oh, I had a playbook too, but I didn't have all of this as far as having monthly expert training. So you'll be with me for more than just the workshop because my experience in workshops is it's great, you get motivated, and then it sits unless you're actually cultivating in it, using it. I mean, everybody's a little different. Let me see if I have something in the chat. Oh, thank you. Christine, you don't do the tech part. Yeah, it's that's why I have Nerdishta here. She actually helps me with the tech. And this whole Zoom thing, one time I wasn't even able to stream on Facebook for my entire challenge. So she Zoomed through her computer, through her, was it through your Zoom? It was through your Zoom. What was it, Najisha?
Through my Zoom to your play to your
Your
book
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook.
yeah. So, yeah, so it gets a little interesting. So, what I can do is I can leave this up a little bit so you can see. You might want to take a screenshot of what the workshop includes and what the value is. So, take a screenshot of that. And then I'll go to that next page with the bonuses so you can see that. So, that's the bonuses. And then the price. I didn't put the price on here because I wasn't able to figure out how to write it on that same screen without making a big mess. So I didn't want to do that. So I will create a Stripe, which will have that for 295. And I was planning on starting this right away, but with the Christmas coming up, I thought I better wait until after Christmas, give people time to digest, plan, do whatever it is you need to do. And then next week, hit it right after Christmas. So we'll be starting on Tuesday. And the Tuesday will start at 3 p.m., just like this time, Tuesday at 3 p.m., as well as Wednesday at 3 p.m. So that will be the 2 days for the workshop. And then I'll have a calendar for you so you'll see what the year's going to look like because there may be, I want to make sure that it doesn't conflict with many of you are in Pedro's community. So I want to make sure it doesn't conflict with that. Um, so and then you may be in other things too. I'm in other things too. So I want to make sure there's no major conflicts with that, and then just get all of the experts lined up so that we can hit this hard and heavy. The plan that I have for individuals with that 60 minutes is to really know where you are, not to get in your business, but just to know where you are and where you want to go. Like I happen to know a few of you on here as far as what your goals and desires are. And I had already asked about if you had $1 million. Well, some of you might think, well, that's just a down payment on my dream. That's just a down payment on my goal. Well, down payments create leverage, just like I said with real estate. So that $1 million could actually get you what was it, Christine? 10 million or eight, yeah, 10 million? Yeah. So it could be a down payment. That's 10%. Well, she might want to do 20%. So she might need, I don't know. What do you need, Christine? Let me stop sharing. Okay. Stop sharing. Uh, were you trying to, let's see, I think we have to ask you to unmute, right? There we go.
It'll be 42 million total.
Ooh,
Yeah.
42.
And if I I'm
Number
going to
went
tell you,
up.
pardon?
That number went up. I didn't think
Yeah,
it
what
was that
happened
high.
was when I first was told to do this, it would have cost me about to get the property, to build the buildings, permits, and all those things. The figure was probably 20, about 24 million, 26 million. And because I waited, and because we're in this crazy this situation season right now, we're looking more about 42 million total out the door. But the property itself that I have been looking at is $7 million. And the good thing about it is that it was BLM land on one side, forestry service on the other, nobody will build, you know, and then there would be an income coming in from the BLM property because that's rented by them. So they pay you monthly or every year
Hmm.
what they're going to. So I was like, okay, cool. Yes. And that is
Right.
true. Yeah. If you ask for a million, if you want a million, you want to keep a million, you need 1.3 million.
Right, right,
So
right,
yeah.
right.
So we were joking about that, but Yeah, my friend is a contractor and she was saying to me, sweetie, if you wait maybe 2 years, it might go down again. But she said, if you're gonna do it now, she says and she's a pre-Christian, pre-believer. She says to me, she says, then you better act real sweet, be real nice, and start asking everybody you know for a dollar, 'cause
Wow.
$1 billion.
Wow.
And she sent me the plans, you know, of what it's gonna cost to build and grade and everything. So yeah.
So it's that's someone who already is in that business or someone that's familiar with what your plan is?
She is a contractor by trade. That's what she does for a living. And they usually work with commercial real estate, but
Hmm.
they would be willing to come in and do everything I asked them to do, and they wouldn't take 10 cents to do it. What we're paying for is the building materials, the permits, the
Hmm.
legalization of everything.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
And the insurance to have 1,000 kids a summer at summer camp. So, yeah.
Mm,
And that
good
I did
stuff.
not realize was so expensive. That's
Yes.
expensive.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes. Yes. So that's what you put in the chat. If you ask 1 million people for $1, you will get a million very quickly. Oh, who put that in there? Um, someone
yeah,
said that. Someone said that. You'll get
Nadezhda.
that very quick. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Angie said down payments create leverage. Could you explain more? Okay. So good question. Let me unpin Christine. Okay. Down payments create leverage because if you only have certain amount, if you only have 1 million, we'll just use Christine's example. If you only have, I shouldn't say only because that's still a significant number, but if you have $1 million and you want to acquire 42 million, banks will allow you to leverage the million to acquire the 42 million. So it's like a lever, and that's why it's called leverage. In real estate, you have leverage because you're leveraging what you put in. It's like having skin in the game. You're leveraging what you put in to acquire more. That's why during the 2000, 2007, 2008 timeframe, when there was no money down, when there was buy property, no income, no assets, that's why those properties were not leveraged because there was no money in it. They just acquired all of this. And when they lost their jobs, when they lost the income from the rentals, when they lost all that, they lost the property. And that's why we saw a lot of foreclosures during that time frame. So leverage creates opportunity. It creates so much more if you have something to put in. It's kind of like Suzette says, show what is it, Najibsta? What's in your hand? That's it. What's in your hand? So have something in your hand. And there's a scripture that talks about during the Day of Atonement, don't come empty-handed. You gotta have some skin in the game. Well, it doesn't say skin in the game. It says don't come empty-handed. So that's what leverage is, having that down payment, something that you can use and you can buy so much more, buy so much more. So another function of leverage too is having good credit, being credit worthy. That's another form of leverage. So if you have a business and you have good credit, then you could borrow lines of credit. They just want to see that you've been producing some sort of income. So I hope that helps you, Angie, with that, explaining that. So if all you got from this was $1 million, wouldn't it be worth it? This year, one of my goals is to make in excess of 1 million because I can see it's possible because in certain months I was able to acquire a plus, over 100,000 in 1 month. So I've done it month after month. I didn't do it consecutively, so I'm seeing that as something that's possible for me. So I want to see what's possible for you. So if all this did was get you $1 million, wouldn't it be worth it? It's not 9.95. It's, what did I say, 2.95 or 3.95? Give me straight. I said 2.95 because I said 300. Yeah, 2.95. If all this was 2.95 to get in, it basically it's a it's something that more than covers the cost of what you will be getting from it. So that's leverage. Your 295 is leverage for what you're going to receive on the other end. So I want to invite you into this workshop. It's not just a workshop, but I want to invite you into a year of basically legacy planning, wealth keys legacy planning. We are going to take some of the principles that we learned, the keys and the tools, and go over just how do we walk it out. I don't know about you, but my experience is when I learn something, if I don't have either a mentor or a coach or someone accountability, then it's just probably not going to happen in my own might. I need to partner with somebody, someone, partner with someone to get to where you want to go. So that is really what I'm offering you today. And I will put that actual number, like I said, I'll put that number in the group. But I want to give you an opportunity again to ask any questions. I appreciate the question, Angie, about leverage. That's really a good question because a lot of people don't understand how that works. They just think, okay, that's a word, but how does it really work? And when you have something, you can get so much more. When you have nothing, it's really hard to get traction. Really hard to get traction. So, do I have any questions? I'm not going to keep you all day. I really wanted to make this bonus session a next step session, give you a quick recap, and to share what comes next. I really wanted to hit the ground running and start tomorrow. But reality struck and it's like, it's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. And then I want to give people an opportunity who maybe weren't part of the challenge to get exposure to this and see the value because the value is phenomenal for what you get. And those who got the early bird deal really use leverage to their advantage. Their advantage because they saw the value even before I even said what it was. I just said it was a workshop. Or, yeah, I think that's all I said. I didn't say all of the things that's included in it. I didn't say anything about the monthly expert training inside, the community. Didn't mention any of that. But I added that as the Lord spoke to me about what I could give because right before this, I was like, okay, it was an hour. And I'm like, I really need to know what I need to give because I need to write it on. And so as I was cooking lunch for my mother, I received it. And I was like, okay, write it down, write it down. So I wrote it all down and then I started to do the notes. Thank you so much, Nerdisha. Yeah, so, sometimes it's received supernaturally. Sometimes it's inspiration, sometimes it's mentorship. It comes. But when it comes, know that it's something to take action on. It's not just here to take a note and leave it in a notebook and not take action. It's to take action because we are here for a limited period of time and we're not here just for ourselves. We're here for others. We're here to take territory. We're here to advance the kingdom. We're here for those purposes. And money solves a lot of problems. Money solves a lot of problems. So having the wealth that you need to prosper in life is really what I'm after for you and for me. It's something that I don't think should be held back. It's not something that I need to squander for myself. I don't want to hoard it. I want to be able to share it. I want to be able to help someone when they have a need because I've been in that situation. I've had friends that have passed away, have lost their husbands, have been destitute, that have really needed a helping hand. When they go to banks, they can't get it. I want to be that person to be able to help. I don't want to say, sorry, you're not in my budget. I don't want to do that. And I think by learning how to create the wealth, create And again, wealth isn't just money. It's health too. It's state of mind. It's peace of mind. It's all of those things. However, I keep coming back to the tangible thing because that's what people see. They don't see the intangible keys of wealth, which, is a renewed mind, having a renewed mind, seeing things differently that you've seen before, hearing the word of God and having it come to life and saying, wow, it's just jumping off the page. I mean, that's wealth. That's wealth. The favor that we talked about, where we talked about, I'll tell you this, I got a text. Speaking of being around influential people, we just spoke about favor. I received a text yesterday and it said it was a Zoom link, and I'll tell you what the Zoom link was because you will be blown away. Let's see. I got a text yesterday and it said, oh, I spelled the name wrong. Got a text yesterday and it said, oh, come on, Kathy. Come on. Here we go. Oh, is it right there? Yeah. Webinar Zoom registration. Welcome. You are invited to join a webinar, a live Zoom with Oprah Winfrey for the color purple. After registering, da, da, da. I got that. And I looked and I'm like, was that for me? Was that for me? And I clicked on it. And this is another thing, taking decisive action quickly. I was busy and things, and I didn't see the word Oprah. I just said Zoom link. I'm like, I don't have time for another Zoom. And then this is about doors being open and doors being closed, right? Keys to unlock doors. I had a door that was wide open for me. All I needed to do was click on the link. All I needed to do was click on the link on time. So I registered, but the door had closed. I was like the five foolish, what are they? Virgins. Remember we talked about the 10 virgins and the ones without oil and the ones that had their oil, they were prepared. They went in and the bridegroom is coming. I was one of those, I was one of those foolish virgins because I didn't take decisive action. I didn't prepare, but God is good. So I went back to this person and I said, I missed the link on time because when I went to press on the link, it says expired. Expired. It was over. It was too late. It was too late. So I said, would you happen to have a recording of that Zoom link? And she said, I'll ask my friend to get it for you, for me. Now, just to kind of make this come home, that Zoom link about the color purple with Oprah, she had in her heart's desire to have 1,000 people from clergy. She was reaching out to clergy to be on this Zoom to support the community. That because there's a grand, what is it? What do you call when there's grand opening? There's an opening whatever. The date is the 25th, Christmas Day. It premieres, that's the word. It premieres Christmas Day. So she had it in her heart on the Zoom link to get 1,000 people on the Zoom. Now, 1,000 church religious people on the Zoom, community leaders on the Zoom. 1,000. Oprah should be able to do that, right? She had 66,000 people on that Zoom. 66,000. And I'm told, because I didn't see it, that she was emotionally like over overjoyed. I wanted to say overwhelmed, but I was told she was in awe that that could happen. She had a desire, a goal for 1,000. That was multiplication. Big time, big time, big time. So if something like that can happen for Oprah, I don't know if I believe she's a believer because she said it before, but she was praying on the track and she ended up getting the role in The Color Purple right when she was giving up on herself. She was trying to lose weight, and I believe it was Steven Spielberg called her and said, "Don't run another lap. Go go to the dining facility, the nearest restaurant, and eat as much as you want," because she needed to be big for that role. So that was her starting role in The Color Purple. So it goes full circle. So it's kind of a deeper meaning for her. Just like her, what are your dreams, your desires, your goals, your ideas, your big ideas that you want to see come to fruition? And I heard Dr. Claudia say that in the chat, fruition. Probably not pronouncing it right. Fruition. That word. So I share that with you to say, I hope you become a part of this because your investment, it's going to be magnified. You have the favor. You have the opportunity where the door is open. And the door will be open until, let's see, Tuesday is the day after Christmas. So the doors will be open until Christmas Day. So you can give yourself a Christmas present, or you can share this Christmas present because it doesn't have to be just for you. If you know someone who is on this path that can't quite get footing, that needs some direction, some guidance, some accountability, some expertise in the area of wealth, then invite them to this. Who are listening on the replay, you can do the same. And so I know I said I wasn't going to keep you the hour, but when I started talking about something I'm passionate about, I get a little excited. So I'm down. So so are there any questions? Any questions on either the workshop or the challenge? Any questions? Because this now is the time where we could take a little bit of time to answer
Yes, thank you.
questions.
There is a question from Christine. How long are the replies available? She
Oh,
needs
the
three.
replays are available until Christmas. Oh, well, let's see. Today is Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Typically, I would take them down Sunday. Um, Typically, I would take them down Sunday, but because it's the holidays, I'll wait till Christmas Day and take them down Christmas Day. And so when I say take them down, they come off the Facebook group. I've repurposed them into YouTube URLs unlisted, and those who join get those. And I end up putting it in the group for those who are going to be part of the community. So you'll get a copy if you want that. And then I shouldn't say if you want that, if you become a part of the Wealth Keys workshop, you get that. That's a bonus for that. Not a bonus, that's part of it. It's part of it. Was there another question?
When are you going to do your next challenge? Because a couple of people asked me
Mhm.
yesterday, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, good question. I don't know because I'm attempting to do them every month. This year I did maybe 10 challenges. This year I might have missed 2 months, maybe even 3 months, maybe 10 challenges. So most likely, I'll do it toward the end of January. Most likely. That's the likely case, but I can't say for sure. Can't say for
Right.
sure. And when I do, I'm sure I'll shift in what I offer in pricing. It'll be different every time. Because I've been as high as 9.95 and I've been as low as well, actually $95 because I did a fast action bonus for 95 for those who wanted to jump in early. So I've in the full spectrum.
I
But
just wanted to
great
say something
question.
about your color purple video.
Hmm.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
it's really funny because a lot of people didn't think it was real. because I had a friend of mine call me and send me a message with that text in it and said,
Mhm.
"Do you think this is real?" And I said, "Hit the button, find out." And she goes, "But what if I get scammed?" I turned around, I said, "Hit the button and find out."
Yeah, it's a
And she said,
webinar.
yeah, and she's like, yeah, because that was the word that caught her funny. She was like, we don't
Oh.
use those anymore. I just noticed over my shoulder here, my glow in the dark sweatshirt says,
Oh,
"But
wow,
God."
but God.
It says, "But God." But no, I just wanted to tell you something that happened really cute with me about that. I uh, entered a contest with J Lo, Jennifer
Oh,
Lopez,
uh-huh.
and it says text this number to or this thing to this number, and I'm like, okay. And so I did it, and now it's like she messages me. It's not her; it's just her team, right?
Mhm,
Well, last year at Christmas time, it says we're gonna send J Lo's new body line, makeup line, whatever it was,
mhm.
to the first 1,000 people that text this number. Well, I'd been texting back and forth with this number all year, so I thought, okay, fine, whatever. I mean, she's got 1,000 people the second this comes out, right? So I texted back and it said, I can't remember what it says, "I'm a winner," or whatever it was. And so I text that to it and it said, and I wrote, "I'm a winner." And I got this message back that said, you're one of our 1,000. And so I was like, "Oh, you're kidding me, right?" And so lo and behold, that was just because I did. I mean, I had gotten it and I was sitting there and I was like, "Oh, shoot. Okay, fine. I'll just do it." And I never thought I'd win. That was why it was so funny. And two, 2 or 3 days before Christmas, I get this box from FedEx and all of the whole line that she had done, and not little bitty sizes. I mean, the whole product line. And
Wow.
I was like, "Oh, okay." And it's so, sometimes you got to take that chance. I mean, we're all so
Right,
skeptical. We're all so
right,
skeptical of everything.
right,
But
right.
yeah, but anyway, I just thought that, and I wanted to say thank you. I thought this was very wonderful.
Good.
And I misunderstood the time on Monday, but I was really
It's all
glad to be
good.
here. And thank you for doing the pouring in. And you sounded almost like a pastor. I was really
Oh,
proud of you with the way you taught, because I am a pastor, and so when I hear other people that are teaching stuff I teach, I'm like, yes.
I teach
I'm,
kids. I do children's ministry, and I've done that for over 20 years. So, and that's the best testing ground for teaching is kids because they are honest. They honestly don't want to listen. They honestly are disrespectful. They honestly just present themselves as they are. So I've learned from the school of hard knocks kids.
I taught high school history. I know.
Ooh,
Trust me.
ooh,
That
ooh,
was a tough
ooh.
thing to do. And if and I always joke, I said I came out unscathed. I didn't have any gray hair. I did,
Good,
but it was, but I really do.
good,
This was really good. And for this
good.
3 days, it was very informative, and it wasn't like over churchy, which is a lot of times when we claim to be believers, we pour in and people go,
Right. Get turned off.
"Don't,
Yeah.
don't over God me. I really don't want to be over Godded." And so I know that sounds horrible, but I've heard that.
That's true. That's true. That's
So,
very, very true.
and I
Very
always
true.
explain to people, if you're coming into my group, you're going to get over Godded. And we can just, hello, that's what I do. But when you were talking about, tithing and stewardship and the ownership, the dominion, the territory, I was like, yes, you go, you. And I had just taught that a week ago. So I just thought that was cool.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. And like
Come join me the next time I do a class.
I will. I will. You have to send me an invite. Definitely, definitely will.
I will. But thank you
But
for doing this. This has really been
sure.
informative. I mean, I am just, wow. Wow.
You're
And I took
welcome.
8 pages of notes in 2 days. So
Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
wait till I
Excellent.
get to hold a hold of that first day. Just wait till I get a hold of that first.
It's actually in the Facebook group. Are
Okay,
you
good.
in that? Yeah,
Yeah.
just go up to the featured section and you can scroll across and see. I even did one today just to test out going live on Facebook again because of not being able to get on yesterday. Yeah.
Well, I
So
appreciate you.
all
Thank you so much.
you're
And
welcome. Thank you.
this really was informative. I mean, it wasn't. it wasn't like a do it that, it wasn't like that. And
Hmm.
I don't learn well when people boss me around. I go, oh, click, delete, bye, gotta go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I love how your spirit is just so easy and calm. That's so
Thank
good.
you.
That's so good.
Thank
I don't
you.
know, where do I leave you a testimonial
Oh,
next time?
oh, in the Facebook group.
Cool.
In the Facebook group. Yeah, yeah, because what you write in Zoom, I could save it in the chat and maybe repurpose it, but in the Facebook group, that way other people can see. So yeah, I would appreciate
Perfect.
that.
I'll
Thank you.
definitely do that. I'm pretty
Thank
good
you.
at that.
Thank you.
I'm pretty good at being, the encourager or the whatever. I'm not a cheerleader. Please do not ever say that about me. I was a cheerleader for about 5.5 minutes in high school. But yes, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You really
Thank you.
poured in some great keys and you poured it in with a lot of love, and that's amazing. It's just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, ladies, any other feedback or comments before we sign off today? Let me make sure we're in the gallery. I still have, Nadisha, did you pin Christine? Because I can't see everybody else. Are you able to, there we go. There we go. Okay. So I think Angie is not on screen. So if I were to do a screenshot, she wouldn't show up. So just want to do a quick screenshot. Smile. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Christine, for, the testimonial, the feedback. I really, really do appreciate that. And it touches me sincerely. So thank you. Nudishta, my protege in the background, thank you for your support. Angie, thank you for your support. All the rest of you who may not be present today, thank you for making this challenge fun, making it, welcoming. You welcome me. It was just fun, just the engagement. So I'm so grateful that I decided to do the Zoom piece instead of just the Facebook and looking at the group. So grandsons are coming. So wanna go. All right. Love you. All right. Oh, I have to stop the.
Thank you so much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see how to change the Facebook. Hi, baby. I stopped the Facebook thing and then I'll stop the recording. Here you go.